Hello there, and welcome back to another Thunderous Productions video. I'm the madman behind the mic, Jag Thunder, and this is Minecraft. And welcome back, guys, to our Build It Better series. I do believe we are in episode 14, and I have a fucking shit ton to show you in this episode. As you guys saw the other day, I've uploaded the Space Shuttle Creeper 1 video, which everybody super loves right now, and thank you very much for the Mad Monkey Wood love support. I had a little bit of a tongue twister there, but we're going to take a little bit closer look at that in this episode. I've got the rail system fixed over in the far corner. I'm not going to look to the left because that's where it's at, and I don't want to ruin any surprises. And as you saw in the title, I've got a McDonald's. What the fuck? So we're going to take a look at those things today. Yes, we're still around the naval base area and also the space shuttle launch pad area. So that's where we're going to kind of be concentrating on today. This building in front of us is the info center. This is a very temporary fucking building here, guys. Those that played on one of our past servers will recognize this building. This was obviously the information center. This is where we updated everything that was going on in the server. I had a schematic of it. I didn't have time to put in a teleport building, so this is what we have for right now. So when the map does come back up again for download for you guys to get around instead of flying, hopefully this building will not be here, but this is where I'm going to have the main teleport building, either here or next to the train station over here. So just for right now, for me, for working on shit, this makes things a hell of a lot easier. Especially because we have a lot of places to go today that are kind of spread out. The launch pad area and the space shuttle is over there, straight behind the ships. So across the ocean over there, that's where I put it. And that's where we're going to go first. As you can see, I've got this first the destroyer, the little E, the big E. All the shit, all the major main builds are all here for right now, but like, so this is temporary, so it doesn't fucking matter. I just didn't want to look like shit with a bunch of command blocks sitting here when I started this episode up, so that's why we're here. So let's go to the space shuttle first, because that was the big one, the big one that just came up within the past week or so, and of course it's going to load a little bit. Because there's a lot of shit over here. And this is the timer. This is not mine, guys. This was actually, let me check real quick. I should have had this ready. Cube Hamster was the guy that actually come up with this timer. I was not going to build nothing like this because I am not that good with fucking redstone, but I wanted a countdown timer, so I searched the YouTube tutorials for countdown timer, and this was the best one that I could find for what I thought would fit here. It's just a schematic I plopped in, and then I just built this little structure around it. And then I put in some quick teleporters over here if you want to go straight to the launch pad, or if you want to go to the launch command center, hangar bay, or back to the info center. So as you can see over there, there's the launch pad. Yes, you could walk. Yes, you could fly. But fuck you, I put in a damn teleporter. For those that are super fucking lazy like me and don't want to wait, you can come right over here. But eventually they're going to have to fly if you're in creative mode anyway, so you can get a better look at the space shuttle. So you can walk around that. We'll take a look at the creeper here in just a minute, or the crawler and the creeper, sorry. This building here is temporary. Again, I have not finished. It took a lot of work just to get this where it's at, drop this back in from my flat world, and make everything fit in this area. I've done some biome painting. This was a taiga biome with a lot of snow and a lot of fucking hills. This was the best area that I could find on this map to put this build, because it required so much space. Instead of just having, the goddamn space shuttle, fucking twisted up today, guys. The space shuttle and the crawler, I wanted the crawler to actually go back to a hangar bay. Well, I didn't want to put just the hangar bay over there, so I had to cut out a shitload of fucking trees over there with MC Edit, and I'm going to have to go back and hand blend it all like I usually do for the bigger shit like this. But anyways, this is the main launch building for right now. I've got some more teleporters here, and we'll come back down here. You can go over to the launch command center, which is the little tall building that you saw in the video. The hangar bay, where creeper number 2 is, the green one, and then back to the countdown timer so you can get back to spawn. Again, this is a temporary room, temporary building. Is when the astronauts come in, they play with each other's balls, and get ready to take off. Quick. All right, this here is the elevator system. I want to show you Real quick, I put anvils in here for a backing. You didn't get to see a real good close-up look at this in the video, but these were actually kind of fun stacking these. It was, if you guys remember, and this is an old game, Connect 4. I built the side towers up, and then I just stood at the top, and I held in the right mouse button and just let them all fall down. And then replaced the ones that got all fucked up because I have OCD and I couldn't leave them. So that this structure here took probably just as long to build as the space shuttle itself. Maybe not quite as long, but it took quite a fucking while. And then I've got an elevator system here, and I'm hesitating because I've got a teleporter that a little bit early, Jag, that takes you up to the top where you can go inside the space shuttle. And again, this does not have an interior. I have not got that far yet. Plus, it's standing up, so that really kind of adds a challenge to putting some sort of interior into this motherfucker. I do have one, though, in my flat world that I put an interior in, but it's laying flat. And we'll look at that another day. No big deal. But when we get ready to do the tutorial, you guys can have fun figuring out how to put a fucking interior in it. Maybe I'll have one in there by then. I don't know. And something else, too, you guys didn't notice. I haven't seen it yet, anyways, is that fucker ain't connected. I forgot to put the connecting structure supports onto the main fuel cell. So if that takes off, that motherfucker is not going anywhere. So, anyways, back down. Again, my teleporters. Awesome. Probably one of the best blocks that Joe Manger actually put in the fucking game. And I've been meaning to implement this for a long fucking time. Well, as long as since the block came out. I just haven't had time to get to it. And these will be a lot better, a lot fancier, more built into the builds so they look like they're supposed to actually fucking be there. Like I said in the beginning, these are just temporary, just to get us to where we want to go. Let's go to Launch Command Center. Launch Command Center, you didn't see this part of it in the fly-through. Originally, like I said, this was all mountains with fucking jungle trees, and it's a bitch to build in the jungle anyways. You guys know that because you got to clear a little bit and then build your structures, and it's just a really huge pain in the ass. So blending this back in is not going to be an easy fucking task, but it's the only place on the map that was going to be this easy to do. Is what I want is I want to put in some big, I keep calling them, want to call them blast doors in my mind, but there'll be big doors that go across here that'll open up, and not actually open up, but they'll be open and closed into some sort of a casing, so that, you know, when the shuttle comes out, it'll open up, and, you know, when it goes back in, it closes up. That will bite up a lot of this bullshit, and I'll probably put in some real high kick walls right behind it. And the reason we're going over this, guys, is because this is Build It Better. Each series we try to go over something to give you ideas, but also how to fix your fuck-ups. and this is a good one here because this is not really a fuck-up, but it's a cluster fuck. How to hide shit in your world to make it blend in so that you don't just have an ugly cut through, like if you're using MC Edit, or if you do a lot of terraforming by hand. God bless you on the Xbox. How to go back and actually hide some of this. Think about it before you do it. This actually took me about two and a half days of just flying around this map with MC Edit and also just here in creative mode, trying to find the best area that I knew from my experience what I could put back without making it look like it's not actually part of the world, that it was built in and blended in nicely. So like I said, originally there was a tunnel down here. I was going to have it wrap around and go that way, and the hangar bay was going to be over there. So this is kind of, I don't know, this will probably still be here, but I'll turn it around and probably take it back the other way toward the hangar bay. I told you, I got a lot to go over today, guys. We're going to run out of steam? No way. I also put in a blast door. Again, I love that word for some reason, a blast door. But it's a 3x3, and again, this is not my build. I borrowed this. Actually, McCraw has been picking up his circuit board series. If you guys are like me and you're not real big on redstone, I can do it. It's just very time consuming, and you know, for simple shit like this, it was just easier just to go to somebody else. Same thing with the timer. But his circuit board series is fucking awesome. He's going through all the YouTube videos and he's finding the best redstone apparatus that he can come up with, and various variations of 3x3 doors, all kinds of shit, piston repeaters, extenders. I don't even know the name for all that fucking bullshit. But if you guys are looking for some really good redstone shit, probably the best on the internet, because he's taken a lot of time to go through and find all these designs and put them in one map and one area so that you can download it. And he's putting little videos together with updates, letting you know what's new on the map. So go check that out. This is where I got this. I can't tell you whose it is because I didn't look at the name. I was just like, that's a cool design. That's what I'm going to use. The only thing that I have left to do here, if I keep this here, is I need to put a flip-flop on the inside so I can use buttons. That way I can push a button here and the door opens and closes, and I can put a button here and the door opens and closes. This building is also kind of, it's not really temporary, it's just unfinished. I've got to put some rooms in here and obviously some lighting. It's dark as fucking rat shit in here, and it's also nighttime, so that doesn't help. And finally get up here above the main ground area, and I've got some windows in, and this will just continue up. Each floor will look pretty much about the same. I may divide them up a little bit and put some chairs and some bullshit in there, but that way you can look out at the launch pad. And then also too, over here I don't have it in yet because the building isn't finished. You'll be able to step into an elevator and go to the top floor where I'll have like the command center, a bunch of fucking blocks with buttons on them, because that's all we have. Thanks, Joe Manger. Mojanger. I'm saying Joe Manger for those who didn't pick up on that. It's just my fun poke at Mojang for some of the funny shit that they do. All right, let's go over to the hangar bay real quick. And there it is. And this takes a little bit to load, and this again was not the design that I wanted to implement here. It's close, but again, our fucking friends over at Mojang have not fixed the fucking lighting issue. This has got to be one of the most irritating goddamn bugs in this fucking game, is the fucking light issue. I wanted a solid roof on this bitch, and I wanted to light it up on the inside with some really cool looking structure beams, some light fixtures and shit like that. And as soon as I put a roof on this bastard, of course, you guys already know, fucking light glitching all over the damn wall, and it just was unfucking believable. Pissed me off, so I put in a glass roof. The idea here was to have one of the hangar bay doors open, obviously, because that one's out on the pad, and then the other one behind a closed door. So like I said, it didn't quite work out the way that I wanted it to. Still turned out good. And these fucking shit stains on the floor. Really? I mean, come on. This fucking... Alright, give us something here with the lighting issue. It's been around for almost as long as I've played this fucking game, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. Smooth lighting on the last 1.5 did not fix it. Helped it, but did not fix it. I've got a stripe of dog shit going up the side of the goddamn door over here. And this is hand-built, guys. The majority of this building, I fucking hand-built, because I tried to do it in MC Edit, the big walls and shit like that, at first, because I just need a square building. I'll throw everything else inside and hand-build everything inside. And I picked up the light and goes, God damn it. Probably because I put, over 15,000 blocks just on the fucking top of this building. And yes, I'm wound up with the F word today, guys. It's been a long day. I've got a lot of shit to do, and a lot of shit I want to show you. But anyways, so I tore it all back apart with MC Edit, and I started building this shit by hand. And I used World Edit to throw up the vertical walls because I knew that would not give me a shadow too fucking bad. So I threw those up, and everything was going really good. And then I went ahead and MC Edited or World Edited the hangar bay door in and got that motherfucker. Threw it back into MC Edit so I could relight this area. And that seemed to have helped a little bit. And then I went ahead and MC edited the glass on the top. So yeah, they're like it's hand built, but it's not. It's frustrating. Like I said, I spent a lot of time putting this building in. Not 200% happy with it, but it's close to where I want it. I still want to put a 1 in here and a 2 for Hangar Bay 1 and Hangar Bay 2. And also like a build area somewhere in the back. I wanted it a little bit longer for extra fuel cells and rockets with a crane system that, puts these things together. But that'll be further down the road. Nothing I really going to go in depth and try to do right now. I've got a lot of other stuff going on. This was kind of like a real quick... I was sitting around at work, and I was at work on my laptop. And those who've been around my channel know that that's what I do when I'm on my breaks. And sometimes I get long breaks at nighttime where I can get a lot of shit done. And I was thinking of the next ship after the Missouri. This was back probably about a month ago now when I was designing these. And I had finished up the Missouri, and my brain just kind of fucking exploded. Space Shuttle. So I looked up a shitload of pictures, and I started putting stuff together, and that's what I come up with. So when and if and how I come back to finish these all off, we'll pick that up probably in a later series, maybe late summer. We'll see. Like I said, I've got a lot to do over there in the naval base yet, and things I want to work on and show you over there. So let's go ahead. We got countdown timer, launch pad, launch command center, and then back to the info center. And we're back here. Now, the next place we want to go is we have trains now, guys, and we're going to go to the train Roundhouse. And there is my Roundhouse. If you guys remember before, I had the tracks coming out here, and I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do in this area to get the tracks to turn and go that way. So I had mentioned something about putting in a roundhouse. Now, these aren't used anymore, or very fucking rarely. Those that work around the railroad, fuck, I can't remember his name now. I'm sorry. You sent me a message with all kinds of railroad shit. You're always in my comment sections, and goddamn it, if I've drawn a fucking blank right now. The guy that I talked to about different train systems, model railroading, and all that good shit. But anyways, I did do some research on this particular building. It is in Martinsburg, West Virginia in the United States. For those of my overseas fans that don't know much about the United States, it's probably about 4 or 5 hours from actually where I live here in North Carolina. It is owned by B&O Railroad, and it was built, I think, back in the 30s or the 40s. I can't remember the exact date on it. But I have kind of customized it a little bit, again, because of the goddamn lighting issue. I couldn't put the top on this thing like I wanted to. It has kind of like a steeple in the middle. It looked really, really nice. And it kept fucking it up. So I left it off, and it's got an open roof now. Another major fucking update here with the texture pack is the Anvils. Thank you, Eternity, for go ahead and giving me a new texture here. He's the creator of the Affinity HD pack. You guys saw that several times, and you will probably always see it around my channel because I love his skies. It's part of our main texture pack here. The wood blocks are from his texture pack, and he has exclusively allowed me to use several different things from his pack along with Thaddeus Kane to put this texture pack together, which you guys already know that. But I'm just stating that for a lot of people that just drop in. This is the first episode that they're, just happen to find. But anyways, I took Anvils. I had steps, the cobblestone steps facing out like that, and it looked pretty good. But with everything else that I was trying to build, it really kind of clustered together and didn't look really good. So I started thinking of a different design that I could use for a rail system. And in my mind, something said anvil. So I started throwing the anvils down, and it looked really good, except the texture of Thaddeus's is a really nice texture if you're using just one anvil. But to run them side by side, they weren't tileable. You could see the black outlines around and the black shading around each one, and it didn't have the look that I wanted for a railroad bed. And also, too, it worked really well in the building for the space shuttle. So I talked to Eternity, and I told him what I wanted. I said, look, I've already tried this about 4 or 5 times. I'm not a fucking texture pack artist. The ones that I put on there looked like shit. Asked him if he could do that for me. He said, yeah, no problem. Less than a minute later, he threw this back at me, and it was perfect. I was like, great. No, don't touch it no more. And he's working on another block for me, too. Hopefully, by the next episode, I may have it. I'm not going to spoil what it is, but anyways, on to the trains. This is the Roundhouse. Again, this big pad will actually turn, not actually turn in Minecraft, obviously, but in theory, this turns so that it'll feed the warehouse. When the warehouse is empty, the carts come back. These 2 engines will sit in the Roundhouse to push the carts in and pull the carts back. This will turn, and then it can go this way on this track, taking it further down the track to another warehousing system that I will put in again later on, where they will drop the empty carts Another main train station will come in, another trucking station comes in, and that's where they'll fill this up. So this is a short railway that will connect a main warehouse to the smaller warehouse for the shipping yards. So that's where my brain's going with that. Well, let's look at the goddamn trains, Jag. Fly down the tracks. These took a little while to design because of the spacing that I wanted and the scale that I was going for. These changed several times. I used the quartz blocks. They're starting to be my favorite block right now because I can wrap the steps and throw them upside down and all that good shit. But the first design used a lot of different variations of the steps, of upside down, backwards, and inside out. And the tutorial that I plan on doing for the trains, because I'm pretty sure you guys are going to want these, I went back to a square block, and I'm going to show you one here in just a minute. But on the inside, let's go to the inside and take a look. You can look back down the track, and then I have where you can steer the train up here. Nothing real fancy. Got some item frames. I thought that was a neat touch, and put those on the floor for some kind of a computer system, and then of course your main controls. Nothing real fancy. I didn't want anything too over elaborate. I wanted a nice looking engine to be sitting here without going 6-7 blocks wide and 12-15 blocks high or whatever, to get one to look a lot more round and a lot more engine-ish. But I think I came up with a really nice design here. I'm real proud of this one, and I've extended this on down the track. We're going to look at something else yes, I've been really fucking busy, guys. Those week and a half, 2 weeks there that I didn't post too much of last month, I was working a lot on these. I was working a lot outside, and I come up with a lot of cool shit. But this is my my signaling system with red and green lights. Hopefully someday we get illuminated blocks like they have in Industrial Craft, I believe, where I can actually light those up. Brought some more carts down the track, and I have 2 more engines hooked together. And yes, a Build It Better fucking engine, yellow and black. So as you can see, this will be able to be done on the Xbox, except for the lower part where you guys can't put the slabs on the underside of blocks. But everything else, and there too on the top, but you guys will be able to put them down here at the bottom. But I'm going slow enough where maybe you guys can already figure this out already without a tutorial, or before the tutorial comes out, how to put this thing together. It is 5 wide, and I think it's around 21 to 22, 23-ish blocks long, and the design on the inside is the exact same, all yellow wool and black wool, or quartz blocks. So as you can see, the majority, 99% of this fucking engine is all square blocks. So very doable on the Xbox, which again is, I try to gear, back a while ago when you guys picked up I'm going to stop for a minute here. On the Xbox, you guys picked up the Minecraft version, and I started picking up a lot of subscribers. You guys have come over to my channel. I geared a lot of my builds, actually the majority of my builds, now are geared so that you can do them on the PC and you can do them on the Xbox. Now, I take a lot of care in how I design shit, so that when I do a tutorial for you guys, the Xbox guys aren't sitting there going, God, I can't fucking build this one either. Can't build that one either. No, I'm going to try my best with everything that I do from now on, because I don't have the Xbox version, but I'm going to, I build things geared toward the Xbox users. Nice fucking guy, huh? Anyways, enough babbling about that. So I went even further. I took the trains and I was like, I want a passenger train. Eventually, I want a real train station. I got a passenger train. Yes, Jag went fucking ape shit. I've already picked out a building for this too. I haven't started it, but I have a building. Where is it? Bristol, Tennessee, I believe, is where it's at. A really nice older style train station that I'm going to base the build off from, and that'll be coming up probably within another month or two. Here in the Build a Better World, I'll take this off with MC Edit, and I'll put it down probably somewhere over there. I'll put the train station It's going to look really, really fucking nice. It's a really sweet looking building, and I think it will fit in real good with what I've got going on. But anyways, here's the outside of your passenger trains. It's got some really nice skylighting, and again, these are all square blocks. The only blocks that are upside down are these corner ones and the ones underneath. So this, again, will have to be a little bit customized when the time comes on the Xbox. Some upside down stairs. I'm hoping you guys get this update pretty soon. I think you're about 4 or 5 versions behind us. So probably within the next update or 2, I'm thinking hopefully by the end of summer, you guys will be able to do this shit. And it does. It makes a fucking butt-fuck load better putting things together. It gives you a lot more options. I wish to God they would do that with a lot more of the other blocks. The wool, the clay, or the clay. The clay's coming, the hardened clay. The wool, the glass, half slabs of those. I would love to see half slabs of glass and glass stairs, because I've got some really nice ideas. Still waiting on those for like the past 2 years. But anyways, inside of the passenger car, it's got a forward and an aft door, 2 side doors for when it's in the station. You'll be able to walk right out from the passenger car onto the landing deck. So that's why this is designed the way it is. You're obviously not going to jump off the train when it's fucking moving unless there's something seriously fucking wrong with you. But anyways, we've got, these are dining carts. They were originally, they started off as just passenger cars with just a bunch of rows of seats in here, and I kind of fucked around with it and ended up putting in it looks like a dining cart with some item frames. I'll throw some items in there for some pictures or whatever, and then the aft looks like the forward part. And I wanted to be able to walk between like a subway system while the train was, you know, connected, so you get from each passenger car to the next. And all the first 7 or 8 cars, they're all dining cars. Fucking doors. I need to put the wooden buttons in. They hold the doors open just a little bit longer. But these are all the same all the way to the back. There's a couple more other cars that I have. Fuck you. A couple more cars that I have in mind that I want to add to this train. Like I said, this was just a real quick, oh fuck, that looks cool, I'm going to throw it together. Fuck you, asshole! Fuck off! We'll come back and fix that. Told you, I'm hyper today. And I think one more. Okay, is this it? Yeah, this is, no, one more. Jesus Christ, how many fucking cars did I put on this? 8 or 9, maybe? I think it's one more. I may have to edit this shit out. I just snorted. You fucker. Alright, here it is. Now we have the living quarters. Or the living passenger car, where they sleep. I put some nice little Minecrafty heads there. And again, with the spacing allowed, I think I did alright. It's a little cramped, but it's kind of neat. You've got a bed, nice skylight, a little picture. No place to put your clothes unless you throw them under the bed, but hey, it's a train. It's not meant to have a whole hell of a lot of room, now is it? So, and then I've got 3 rooms per car. Again, not exactly what I was going for. I thought maybe I could put in like a bunk bed system. I thought I could probably go the other way with the beds, and then I had no place to walk, so that didn't really work out. And I think this is a nice, clean, classy look for passenger cars. So I was pretty happy with it, and I think you guys will like it. And I was real excited to get all this together and show it. It turned out really, really nice. So there's the aft engine, and we'll fly over the passenger cars. And again, like I said, they're all the same. Real easy to build. Once you build one, it's just like bang, 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 bang. They just super fucking easy to build, like a 5-minute build, maybe 10. And finally, over here, we've got one last build that I want to show you, and this is my McDonald's. Gotta have a place to eat. Not Hardee's, not Taco Bell, nothing against those, but McDonald's is, you know, synonymous worldwide and very easily recognizable for what it is and what they serve. So I thought, why the fuck not? Let's throw in a McDonald's. And I've got a lot of work to do around here as far as landscaping, and the building itself is not 100% complete. And if I get enough requests for it, I guess I'll throw a tutorial together on this too. I had one before, and it was a long time ago. Again, with the info center, it was on the server. Prior to that, I had a McDonald's, and this design is way cooler than the one I had before. So anyways, this is the main seating area. Got drink machines. I got some booths with some nice plannery. And again, I'm going to put some cash registers up here. I saw a really nice idea from, shit, again, I'm just fucked for fucking names today. God, he's a huge fucking YouTuber. I come across this shit every once in a while. But he's got a nice McDonald's tutorial. I didn't watch his video until after I built this McDonald's. I don't like to do that. Watch other people's stuff because I don't want it to influence the way I build. I want to come up with my own shit, and then if I need smaller things or just, well, how did they do it? You know, can I build it better? You know, I'll go and I'll watch somebody else's you know, tutorials and just kind of see what they're doing. But anyways, he had some really nice cash registers that he put in with a pressure plate and an item sign. Thought that was a really nice idea. Hadn't thought of that. So I'll probably go ahead and borrow that. I don't know if it's actually his, but it looks really nice, and I'm sure I will use that. And then same thing for the menu up here, using the item frames, putting in cakes and pies and apples and all that kind of shit. Was a really nice idea because I was just going to put signs up here for the menu. Another real nice idea. So yes, every once in a while I come across some stuff that I didn't actually think of. And it doesn't happen very often because, like I said, I try to stay in a cave and come up with my own shit. It's more original that way, and I don't get accused of copying somebody else's stuff. If I do use somebody else's stuff, I am usually always sure to mention their name, and I think I've done pretty good throughout this video for the ones that I did think of. Like I said, that one there's several people that use that. There's just one in particular that I watched, and for the life of me, cannot fucking think of the guy's name right now. Nothing. I'm just drawing a complete fucking shit blank. I guess just because I had so many things going on in this world that I wanted to show you, and that was the main concentration. And cash registers, copying somebody else's idea is kind of, you know, minuscule. You know, a full build or something like that, yeah, I would definitely have, you know, like the timer, I would have his name. One real last quick thing here is I brought the path up, and it now connects up to the newer town. For those that want to walk through the world, you can now, or you will be able to on the next world update. So you'll be able to teleport, you'll be able to fly, and you'll be able to take the rail system eventually, or you'll be able to walk through it. That's the idea of this whole world. You know, as I get it put together, as things come together, it will be structured like that. So I hope you guys are really excited. I've got a lot of shit going on here, like I said before. A lot of different areas that I'm working on now. Again, that's why I put in the teleport system. A lot so that I can get around a lot faster. Flying is nice, but it's still slow when, you know, you're trying to be a mass builder like I am, and there's a lot of different areas that I'm trying to get done and keep things varietated. That's my word. Jag's word, varietated, across the channel. So I have no idea how long this episode is. I'm sure it's probably one of the longest Build It Better episodes I've had, except for my live streams. Again, I really appreciate all the awesome support around all of these builds. I wish I had more time. I really do, guys, because I've got a huge list of things and ideas that you guys would like to see incorporated into this world. I got a lot more ships that you want me to look at. And I will. I've got some more submarines that I'm looking at. One called a Razorback, and an old U-boat. Some, you know, in my mind, the wheels are fucking turning. It's just the clock's turning, you know, on my watch just as fucking fast. So, anyways, here we are, another Build It Better episode series. So, anyways, that's it. I'm going to conclude this episode, but like I always do, I appreciate you guys watching. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and if it looks like shit, tear it down, blow it up, or just build it better. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.